Good morning, Sasha. It's Tuesday, 11 February. So this morning I just want to talk to you about, I've never really talked to you, I think, about this, about the three relationships I think every Christian should really have. And the three are a Paul, a Barnabas, and a Timothy, sorry. So a Paul, a Timothy, and a Barnabas. And so the Paul is really a mentor. And I think that everyone should have a mentor. I know that I have consistently throughout my walk with God, I have sought out mentors. I like to tell this story, but when we got to Travis Air Force Base, there was no nav rep there at Travis Air Force Base, but there was Bob Ream, lived in San Jose or Monterey, California. And so I think it was about an hour and a half. So if I recall correctly, I would drive about 45 minutes south and he would drive about 45 minutes north, and we would meet in a Subway shop for one-on-one discipleship. And we did that for the 2 years that we lived there. I think we did it about once, maybe twice a month. I think probably more like once a month. And it was a great relationship. I really enjoyed being mentored by him. And then as we went to Georgia Tech and West Point, there have always been navigators there, and I've always sort of sought out mentors. Even right now, I've got, Uncle Dave. He's still a mentor to me. There's also a guy, Ron Kohler. He's Nav ministry. He was at the Naval Academy. He just recently stopped doing that. He's doing alumni ministry, and now he's actually about to kind of quote unquote retire from the Navs, even though he's still going to kind of keep working and doing, you don't really retire from kingdom work. So anyway, and I meet with him once a week and we talk about things. And in a different video this week, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're reading and what we're talking about. So that's a Paul. I think everyone should have one. I encourage you to try to find a mentor, someone that you feel like could actually speak into your life. The second relationship is a Timothy, and that's someone to pour into. And that'll kind of go along with what I'm reading with Ron Kohler. I'll talk to you a little bit about that maybe in a later video this week. But having someone that you're trying to help, and sometimes it looks formal, like they understand you are trying to help them, and so you're intentionally discipling them. Sometimes I think it looks more like, I'm just, maybe a little farther along in my walk than this person, and I just want to encourage them. I just want to help them. Just want to walk through daily life with them. And I think that can be, a great relationship where you are, trying to help someone else. And then there's the Barnabas relationships, which are really sort of kind of the peer relationships, like people that are kind of on the same level spiritually, maybe age-wise, maybe even stage of life. This is one of the things I really enjoyed about being at West Point. Everyone there, at least in the military, was kind of, most people were sort of at the same period of their career, 6 to 8 years into their career. We were all captains and majors. Most were married. Most had a couple of kids. And so we were all sort of in this sort of same stage of life. And so it was just really kind of neat to have peer relationships like that. I would say that right now, for me, my peers are the elder council. I really enjoy my time. It's every other week. We meet for an hour and a half. And I enjoy the time together where I feel like, we're kind of on par. And while I'm not as gifted of a teacher as Ryan or whatever, I feel like spiritually and sort of station of life, we're all somewhat peers. We all have the same equal vote. So if it were to come down to 3-2 vote, we could outvote someone on anything. Pretty much most of our votes have been unanimous. But anyway, so I challenge you to think a little bit about the relationships in your life. You probably have, I would just guess, several Barnabases, like several people, and you're in college. You may even have a few that are new Christians. Like maybe there's someone that you could sort of reach out to and help along in a Timothy relationship. And but if you don't have a Paul, if you don't have someone who's a spiritual mentor, I would really spend some time praying about that. Let me know if you have one, and I'm just curious. I would love to pray for that person. If you don't have one, I would also just love to pray with you that God would bring someone like that into your life. So anyway, a Paul, a Timothy, and a Barnabas. All right. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.